Easy English. Mitsubishi Zero. The Japan Imperial Navy Zero fighter, also known as the Mitsubishi A6M0, was a legendary fighter aircraft used by the Japanese during World War II. It was designed by Jiro Horikoshi and first flown in 1939. The Zero fighter was a highly maneuverable aircraft with a lightweight design, which allowed it to outperform many of the Allied fighters at the time. It was powered by a 14-cylinder radial engine and had a top speed of over 300 miles per hour. The Zero fighter was also equipped with two 7.7 mm machine guns and two 20 mm cannons, making it a formidable opponent in air-to-air combat. The Zero fighter played a significant role in the early part of World War II, where it was used to great effect in several major battles, including the attack on Pearl Harbor and the Battle of Midway. However, as the war progressed, the Zero fighter became outdated compared to the newer Allied aircraft, which had better armament and were faster. Despite its eventual obsolescence, the Zero fighter remains a legendary aircraft and is remembered for its incredible maneuverability and the skill of the Japanese pilots who flew it. It also played a significant role in shaping the tactics and strategies of the Allied forces, who had to adapt to the Zero's strengths and weaknesses in order to effectively combat it. F-6F Hellcat. During World War II, the main arch-rival of the Japan Imperial Navy Zero fighter was the American Grumman F-6F Hellcat. The Hellcat was designed specifically to counter the Zero fighter and was introduced in 1943, after the Zero had already demonstrated its superiority in the Pacific theater. The Hellcat was a much larger and heavier aircraft than the Zero, but it was also faster, better armed, and more heavily armored. It was powered by a Pratt & Whitney R2800 double Wasp engine, which gave it a top speed of over 380 miles per hour. The Hellcat was also armed with 6.50 caliber machine guns, which gave it a significant advantage in air-to-air combat. The Hellcat proved to be a formidable opponent for the Zero fighter and played a key role in turning the tide of the Pacific War in favor of the Allies. With its superior performance, the Hellcat was able to take on the Zero fighter in dogfights and come out on top, ultimately leading to the Zero's decline in effectiveness in the later stages of the war. Sake engine. The Japan Imperial Navy Zero fighter was powered by a Nakajima Sake 12 radial engine, which was a 14-cylinder air-cooled engine. The Sake 12 was an improved version of the earlier Sake 10 engine, with a larger displacement and improved performance. The engine had a maximum output of 1,130 horsepower, which gave the Zero fighter a top speed of over 300 miles per hour. The Sake 12 was a reliable engine with good fuel economy, which gave the Zero fighter a decent range for its size. One of the key features of the Sake 12 engine was its compact design. The engine was designed to fit tightly into the Zero's narrow fuselage, which contributed to the fighter's lightweight and maneuverable design. The engine also had a direct fuel injection system, which improved its performance at high altitudes. The Sake 12 engine was a critical component of the Zero fighter's success during the early stages of the war, as it allowed the aircraft to outmaneuver and outperform many of the Allied fighters of the time. However, as the war progressed, the engine's limitations became apparent, and it was eventually outclassed by newer and more advanced engines used by the Allies. Pratt & Whitney R2800. The Grumman F-6F Hellcat was powered by a Pratt & Whitney R2800 double Wasp radial engine, which was a 18-cylinder air-cooled engine. The double Wasp was a powerful engine that was widely used during World War II, and it was known for its reliability and performance. The engine had a maximum output of around 2,000 horsepower, which gave the Hellcat a top speed of over 380 miles per hour. The double Wasp was also equipped with a two-stage supercharger, which improved the engine's performance at high altitudes. One of the key features of the double Wasp engine was its durability. The engine was designed to withstand the harsh conditions of combat and was known for its resistance to battle damage. This made the Hellcat a particularly formidable opponent in air-to-air combat, as it was able to absorb damage and keep flying. The double Wasp engine also had a relatively low fuel consumption rate, which gave the Hellcat a decent range for its size. This was an important factor in the Pacific Theater, where long-range missions were often necessary. The Pratt & Whitney R2800 double Wasp engine was a critical component of the Grumman F-6F Hellcat's success during World War II. Its combination of power, reliability, and durability made it a top-performing engine that helped the Hellcat become one of the most effective fighter aircraft of the war. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you like.